Actually, I don't even want to wear these. Cool.
Anyways, I was very excited, obviously, for him to enter the WWE, and we were supposed to team up with one other person. It was supposed to be a 3-on-3.
Okay.
And the day that it was supposed to be announced, he didn't show up. And I think what happened is, my guess is, he probably realized at some point that it's really physically demanding, really hard,
It's a lot of work.
Quite a
and a
commitment.
lot of work. It's probably too much commitment for someone who is a rock star of his caliber.
Yeah.
Like Bad Bunny loves it and like put in the time and like became a good wrestler. Wrestling is a lot about navigating pain. It all really hurts. And some things hurt less, but it all hurts.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
I'm great. I'm better than the nigga that booked Travis Scott to bust out Cody Rhodes' eardrum for nothing. But I'm doing good.
Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's words from Logan Paul. I like randomly talking about Travis Scott to Joe Budden.
I'm sorry. I don't trust. I think what he's saying is true to a point, but I don't trust that nigga Logan Paul.
Well, there was a report, I believe it was PW Insider, right around Money in the Bank. We talked about it on this show. It was the idea that it could be Travis Scott, Logan Paul, and John Cena in a 6-man tag at Money in the Bank. And I believe it was Cody Rhodes and the Usos that were in question to possibly be on the opposite side of that team. And that's what we get. But I mean, I kind of feel like he's kind of on the nose, right? As far as like, we were just talking about like level of commitments off camera, off live, you know what I'm saying? And it's like the level of commitment for Travis Scott to actually want to do this, it might have got too real. Where he like,
this nigga ain't no Dennis Rodman, bro.
That's why I'm
either
like
Dennis Rodman or nothing, nigga.
I can kind of see where he's coming from. I can kind of see that being a thing. He also mentioned like I don't know, but that's kind of what I think, and I can't say I disagree with that. You know, being a interesting line of thinking to be like, okay, that's a logical conclusion. I feel like that people could come to. You know what I'm saying?
Can I say something real quick?
Of course.
I feel like Logan Paul is the nigga that you tell like a few things of the story. He's the type of nigga, you don't tell him everything, bro. You don't, cause he gonna go out and tell it. You don't tell him everything. Second you tell him like, yeah, bro, like anything, he gonna tell it on his podcast. He's not the nigga that you tell, but you tell snippets, the unimportant shit, the shit that's already broken the news, the shit that people are gonna find out, and you're not gonna like it's gonna be important. But yeah, you definitely don't. He type of nigga like he snitch.
Give him the cliff notes, spark notes. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or don't tell him shit at all.
I like that better. I like that a lot better.
There you go. Because now he finna be funking with Travis Scott. He gonna diss that nigga like he dissed Pusha T, and that was horrible. So we know what we got on the way.
Hey, Mr. Beast can't get you out of this one, bro.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and hit this button.
I told that little bitch, don't you cross the line. She know that she ain't got no kid, but she gon' swallow mine. Keep one up top, I shoot my shot just like it's Columbine. If I say put it on the floor, then that's the bottom line. Yeah, I told that little bitch, don't you cross the line. She know that she ain't got no kid, but she gon' swallow mine. Keep one up top, I shoot my shot just like it's Columbine. If I say put it on the floor, then that's the bottom line. And I'm the #1 contender in this bitch, still up in this bitch, trying to stretch the difference. I'm always on some different shit. Ideos meal, Del Rio flow, I'm just switching whips. If everybody got a price, nigga, then you should get a grip. 415s in the trunk, I make it slump, nigga. If I'm not the best in the world, I see him punk, niggas. To be the best, you gotta beat the best, just what come with it. Lie, cheat, and steal for real, just like when Trump did it. I told that little bitch, don't you cross the line. She know that she ain't got no kid, but she gon' swallow mine. Keep one up top, I shoot my shot just like it's Columbine. If I say put it on the floor, then that's the bottom line. Yeah.
I'm definitely muted. You feel me? My
You,
bad.
you got me. I said, yo, my headphones, bro. Is something going on?
No, I
He might
said,
have today.
you feel me? I was like, I don't even really got too much to say today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You feel me? Ladies and gentlemen, people with jobs, people without jobs, middle class, upper class, high class, all that, cat snakes, chickens, ducks, elderly people, and twerkers, we present to you another episode of the Public Enemies Podcast. This is episode 387 of the best thing since wrestling. I go by the name, Oh My God, Graham. I hope everybody out there is doing great. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that. Go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? Tap that bell for notifications. You know what I'm saying? And fuck around with your fellas, man. You know what I'm talking about? It ain't only me. You know what I'm talking about? Benny the Butcher in the building. What's going on, big dog?
I'm great. I wasn't here last week, but I'm here this week. CJ's not here, but don't worry. You've seen us in the same place at the same time. We are not the same person. So you don't got to worry about that.
Gresh, what's the deal, brother? What's new? What's popping? How you feeling today, Mike?
Yeah, Ben and CJ, two different complexions. He mask off, mask on, complexion on, complexion off. Nah, I'm good. I'm cooling. Off day today, so pretty much relaxed. But I slept in this morning, so it was like I ain't really need a nap today because I was like I woke up at like a normal human being today. Because I'm
You
far
went to
from home.
Dynamite, didn't invite nobody, didn't say anything. You did say something. You did let people
I was
know.
like, I was like, last week I was like, I ain't want to go, but then buddy of mine was like, hey bro, I got 2 tickets for like 45 a piece, and I'm like, that's a steal. So I'm like, I'll slide. I need to have more fun with the other human population.
There you go. I love just setting up plans just so I could cancel them. The euphoria that kicks in, like the naps are better when you cancel plans and you lay back in the bed. You like, yeah, like texting like, hey man, I can't make it. I'm not. And I promise I don't do that with y'all. I don't do. I'm really doing stuff when I text y'all. I'll tell you I can't be there. I'm saying for other people, that aren't y'all. Win win.
Surprisingly, I didn't crash until like midnight because I had my day started early yesterday, and then like once Dynamite hit, the adrenaline took me through the 2 hours, and it was like swimwear. I'm like, damn, it's good.
Shit kick right in, huh, P? You got his
Yes,
second,
sir.
and he was like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to turn the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You
There you
know,
go.
you know it. Got to do it.
Gotta do it. Do you
Yeah,
have to?
life is short. Like you gotta live your best life as much as possible.
I agree with that. Definitely. Somebody that's living their best life right now is The Rock. He was just nominated for a Golden Globe for the role that he played as Mark Kerr in The Smashing Machine. Super excited for this guy. I personally did not like the movie, but I know this is the passion project for him. Is something that he wanted to try to step out of his comfort zone and get into some different acting roles. And so for this, and I think he's like trying to like push, or like his people are trying to push like it's the Academy Award, we need that Oscar, you know what I'm talking about. But hey, award season is coming up real soon, and if this is the first step, maybe he's well on his way. But salute to The Rock for that. You know what I'm saying?
Still ain't seen it.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, you didn't have to recommend it at all. I just
Now it's one of those things like because The Rock used to do a bunch of like risky projects or whatever. He played like in dramatic roles, or he played like a silly role or something like that, where it wasn't like a different version of himself. That shit didn't work. Forced him into his cocoon, and now he's making like movies where he's like, yeah, Oscar consideration, Golden Globe consideration. Like he just wants to come away with one of those. And then he's gonna go back to making like 15 movies a year where he's in the jungle and he's playing like a version of himself. So I don't know. Maybe don't give it to him. Let's see how many more interesting roles we can see him in.
I'm surprised he hasn't played the final boss yet.
Oh, I don't.
Just walk through, just walk through and just start telling people don't fuck with him.
Don't jinx us, because he like I don't want him to show up at Saturday night's main event. Don't jinx it.
and do. Oh yeah, and tell John Cena you're not retiring.
I've seen the shittiest like fantasy bookings where they're like, yeah, the same one that you're talking about, Gresh, where he like shows up like, I still own your soul. I'm like, that's some bullshit, bro. Nobody want to. All right, we'll talk about that later.
That was definitely horrible. Bro, next episode of WWE Unreal, man.
Bro.
We got season 2 coming next year.
They do got season 2 coming. If I'm not mistaken, season 2, I had that somewhere in my notes. Season 2 actually debuts January 20th, 2026. You got Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Cody Rhodes, Rhea Ripley, Naomi, Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll, R-Truth, Io Sky, Chelsea Green, and Lyra Valkyria. My bad. Penta is also going to be chronicled on this season of WWE Unreal.
Why the fuck they gotta put Jelly Roll and Pat McAfee in this shit? I don't need to see Pat McAfee or Jelly Roll in this. Pat McAfee, like, I'm like, bro, I'm tired. I'm tired, bro.
If it's recent, was Pat McAfee
40-year-old frat boy shit? Like, bro, that wrap it up. Yeah, I think when he fought Gunther, like after WrestleMania.
Yeah,
the way I forgot that shit.
Timeline is WrestleMania to SummerSlam, so we're likely to see stories like Cody's bounce back to the title, Naomi's journey, from WrestleMania to the Women's Championship to pregnancy, the Rollins, the knee injury thing, and maybe like the R-Truth, leave and come back thing. I think all of those are like up for possible stories or through lines we're gonna see on this next season for WWE Unreal.
I mean, the lineup, y'all, I don't know. Last season was just like, for me, I was like, I'm not impressed. I'll watch this season for the sake of I think I might not watch it, bro. I'm not gonna put myself through unnecessary pain and shit that I don't want to watch in 2026. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have to do that. I'm probably gonna watch it. I like Chelsea Green on last season. I thought she was spotlighted really dope. So I'm kind of interested to see how this one goes and what type of bullshit they're gonna throw at us and say, oh yeah, we had this plan, but then we did this, and this was all the plan the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. Triple H, are you enjoying the show? Shut the fuck up. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get this shit cracking off, man. Let's go ahead and get this shit going. We had Dynamite, you feel me, last night. Well, you know what I'm saying, as we recording, you feel me, right now, you know what I'm talking about. If you're listening on the audio feed, we appreciate you, you know what I'm saying. Go ahead, throw us a little rating, 5-star, you know what I'm saying. All this 5-star, 5. Listen, I'll get to that. Anyways, throw us a rating on Apple, Spotify, you know what I'm talking about. Let us know how you feel. You feel me? But I'm gonna let y'all know how I feel because we had AEW Dynamite just last night. I enjoyed it. It was a cool show. Updating, you feel me? New ism. The Continental Classic is still going brazy. You feel me? The Continental Classic is still going brazy. Atlanta, Georgia. Gresh, you were there.
Yeah, it was. I'm not somber, but I'm relaxed. Like I'm not doing any loud talking because little screen. Because I was doing a lot of shit talking in the building, like from pillar to post, from bell to bell. Because I think we had like 3 bonus matches before the show even started. We had Satnam Singh face off against Ryan Nemeth knockoff. He was just a generic white dude that it was like 30 seconds. Choke slam, 1, 2, 3, foot on the chest. Satnam is pretty tall in person. I'm like, damn, you up there with Omos. Omos is a little taller, but you up there.
Oh, guy.
And after that, I believe we had Stephen Borden, Sting's kid, in a match against some Atlanta local guy. I've never heard of him. He's probably like in QT school or some shit. But that was actually pretty solid. Like I see the potential in Stephen Borden. Like I feel like he picked the right path going the independent route. Not like the nonchalant, basically not to use the nepotism to like get his foot in the door. He's like, I'm just gonna go the independent route. But yeah, his finish is a diving crossbody, so it was pretty cool to see that.
This nigga want to be Sting in 1989 so bad, bro.
Damn, the dude looked like him. That's the funny thing about it. Like splitting image, and then we had, and then the last one we had Billy Gunn managing two jock-looking motherfuckers that looked like they was juiced out of their mind, literally. Like, talk about Roy Belly. They was just juiced, and they faced off against other trios or tag team. I put it this way: outside of Satnam Singh and Stephen Borden, because of his association with his daddy, I ain't know who none of these niggas were. So I was just chilling.
You knew Billy.
Then the actual show started, and it was actually pretty. Like it opened up with that tag team match, the women's tag team match. Like in person,
yeah,
everybody like from bell to bell, everybody was just going crazy. Like it was insane, especially for a lot of people thought the timeless love bombs. They thought they were going to win, but nah, we got Willow and Harley Cameron. I'm about to call her Harley Quinn, but Harley Cameron winning the tag team championships. And I will say this proudly, that Harley is actually progressing very well. There were a few moments where it looked like it was about to be a wardrobe malfunction, because I'm like, ooh, like my sister in Christ, one size up. Thank you kindly. I was like, whoa, like relax. Like my dog next to me, he was like, oh, I was like, bro, that kind of party. Relax.
We don't do that here.
Relax.
So we are talking about the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship Finals. Harley Cameron and Willow Nightingale, the Babes of Wrath, defeating the Timeless Love Bombs, Toni Storm and Mina Shirakawa, to become the inaugural champions. The match was pretty cool in person.
Oh yeah, like I lost my shit with the pounce, with Willow pouncing everybody.
How did it come across on TV for you, Ben, watching Willow and Harley get this win?
I just like feel like Tony kind of saw my bracket and saw my picks and was like, no to all of that. Yeah. It's like, yo, I just felt like he saw like that, just like gave me the middle finger and was like, no, because I did not have them projected to win at all. I was like, yo, this team is like, they're gonna have some fun matches. I had them getting beat from the beginning. What do I know? What do I know? But seeing them win was definitely cool to see them win. Willow to get her title. Holly to get to see her get like that after getting like her moment like earlier this year. Was that last year with like the Mercedes Moné puppet thing, and then taking that, and that became a big thing, and then using that to like springboard onto more stuff is just it's just good to see. But I think this is a fun tag team to start off with, because you have multiple options of people you can have them to go against. You can have them go against babyface. You can have them go against heels, and it won't feel weird. So I think ultimately, this is why I'm not the booker. So I think they did really good. I really like the match.
And shout out to Willow, because I think this is her second inaugural title win, first being the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. So shout out to her. She coming in clutch. She's stacking quite the resume. Strong Women's Champion, TBS Champion, inaugural Tag Team Champion, and I believe it's another title that I'm missing, but pretty solid. That World Championship should be next. So
2026. It's on the way, brother. It's on the way. We are smack dab. I ain't said that like not never in my life, but we in the middle of the Continental Classic. Y'all talking about? We are in the middle of the Continental Classic, and so far the matches have been crazy. We got a sub and damn near another sub. You feel me? So shit's going on. Shit's going crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and run you down the current standings and what we looking at and what we've seen as of late. This past Saturday on Collision, the Blue League, you had Konosuke Takeshita. He defeated John Moxley. Orange Cassidy beat Roderick Strong. And then, of course, Mascara Dorada, clean as a motherfucking sheet. Chef's kiss over Claudio Castagnoli. That was on Collision. That's what we're looking at as far as the Blue League. Ben, can you do me a favor? Can you grab like the standings for the current Blue League and like what the points are looking like on that spread?
I got you. John Moxley. Brolin got 3 points. My man only got 3 points. He in the dirt. Ugh. They gonna whoop his ass. Like, yo, you can't be a scrub and lose in the tournament and lose to Kyle O'Reilly 3 times in a row. You got something got to shake. Claudio Castagnoli, 6 points. He's doing good. Like, let's see. Konosuke Takeshita, 6 points too. Bro, I'm sorry. Like, at least Moxley got some points. Roderick Strong, goose egg. Goose egg, bro. Like, it ain't going good for him. Mascara Dorado. I'm sorry, Dorada, 3 points. And finishing out, Orange Cassidy, 3 points.
So that was due to his win over his conglomeration or non-conglomeration brother Roderick. He said, "Nigga, I'm not in the fucking group. All right,
he's a special guest.
I ain't even that
special guest star."
He said, "I'll fuck you niggas up out here, man. You feel me? I'll fuck you niggas up, Adam." Anyways, talking about Gold League. Just last night on Dynamite, a couple more matches in the Gold League. Speedball Mike Bailey with the flash pin going Yankee, going crazy. The way he got that win over Kyle Fletcher was absolutely nuts. And then, of course, Okada defeated Jack Perry, who was subbing in for Darby Allin. We've got the Gold League standings as well. Ben, can you get those for me?
I got you. Gold League. We got Takeshita. I'm sorry. Takeshita's arch enemy, but also his brother. Like, I don't know what. Like, we got to figure this out. Okada, first place. Tied for first place. 6 points. Speedball Mike Bailey, 3 points. Kyle Fletcher, 6 points. Kevin Knight, 3 points. Pac, 3 points. Jungle Boy Jack Perry, 0. I'm like, bro. And the shit you did in the match just not to get a win, you bit this. I'm not even gonna say where.
You bit his nigga's dick. You bit his dick, bro. Live in 4K.
That was really eating right there. That's
my brother. I would have been cool if you just headbutted the man, but you dick nibbler.
What kind of headbutt? He headbutt is. I'm not even gonna say nothing. That's my bad. That's my fault. It's a PG show. I shouldn't talk like that.
We 22 minutes in. It stopped being PG 5 minutes ago.
Crazy. It was, yeah. I'm like, I don't know what's what's bro like really into Anna J. You might want to talk to your dog. You feel me? And the way that nigga was like proud about it, damn near like he was honorary about it. You feel me? The way he was like,
he was smirking.
He said, I'm gonna bite off more than bruh. If you.
That's it. Like, yo, like, bro, like,
you took the song Chestnuts Roasting in an Open Fire, literally.
Roasted, yo.
Yeah, that was wild, bro. He almost got hurt, or he did like suffer like a minor injury. He tried a little suicide dive, fucked up his ankle. You know what I'm saying? Worked through it. They said the boy is okay. So he came in as an alternate for Darby Allin and damn near got fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And we had to find another alternate. What was they gonna do?
I noticed a lot, like last night, a lot of people were like their legs was getting caught in the rope because it wasn't just him that got caught. But yeah, both matches. Like if I had to weigh both of them, it was definitely the Kyle and Speedball match. Like that match, if I wasn't wearing a turtleneck and I actually didn't like that shirt, I would have ripped it off and just started swinging around like let's fucking like it. It was a crazy match to witness, like because it's one thing to see it on TV, but to actually feel like the energy of the crowd, the near falls. And I'm not really one for kicking out of people's finishes, but man, that dude Speedball is smooth in the ring. I think this is my first time seeing him like one-on-one, like in a one-on-one match in person. Like I've always seen him in tag teams, like him and I think he was wrestling at All In Texas, I believe. Yeah. So
him and Kevin Knight.
Yeah. So I'm like, but one-on-one, I'm like, yo, this was a treat to witness live. And obviously Okada wrestling live is always a treat. But I'm like, outside of the few little mishaps and the nibbling of the privates, Jungle Boy held his own. So I can give him a tip of the cap. He held in there with a former IWGP heavyweight champion. So shout out to him.
Yeah, like people talk shit about Jungle Boy because sometimes it's fun too. But like, yeah, the nigga hold his own in the ring. Like yo, don't get it twisted. Like just because he, getting yoked up sometimes don't mean he can't like put on a classic. But yeah, I thought it was very like interesting. Like, yo, he said he got injured coming in for Darby Allin, who's dealing with an injury. I was like, yo, you damn near might have to throw this spot away just for the protection of the roster. But it's good to see him like be able to go through it, nothing serious or whatever. So you always want to see everybody come out okay unscathed. But yeah, that Kyle Fletcher Speedball match, that shit was the truth, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And like I've seen people say, like, you know what, this is what's wrong with this generation. This is what's wrong with this, is what's wrong with that. This wrestler is better than all the wrestlers on AEW combined. I'm not gonna say who. Y'all fucking lie. Y'all fucking lie. There ain't a damn thing that Logan Paul has ever done or probably ever will do that would stand up to this match. Like, get out of my face, Stevie Richards.
Oh, brother. The fun, and also I think I said it to close our night at the show. It's like, bro, wrestling is so much fun when you got Bucktooth knee high in the grasshopper Jimmy talking shit about what's in front of you. It's like, just enjoy the moment, enjoy the match. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, shut the fuck up. Like at this point, because like one thing I would never do is sit here and watch some good graps, as the insiders or the smart kids like to say, some good graps and think about another company. Like,
there you
who
go.
doesn't?
I mean, so you talking about the energy in the in the building. First of all, I don't know like what it looked like. You feel me? Like, have you ever been to that the place that they had that show before?
At in College Park? Nah, that was my first time. They've always had it in Duluth, but since they've been downsizing the size of the arena, which still sold out. Like it was like barely any empty seats. Like the only ones who was empty was in front of me was because they kept going backstage with wrestlers. Like I'm having QT Marshall casually walk in front of me, Chris Hero, all these people just walking back and forth. I'm like,
the producers. Yeah.
Up, dude.
Yeah.
You had all these people next to me like, oh my God, I was like, bro.
It came out good on TV. It looked like a good building. Like, you know what I'm saying? It looked dope. Like aesthetically, it was pleasing. You feel me?
Oh yeah, it was definitely like like the walking in and out was pretty straightforward. Like it wasn't no hassle, no headaches, none of that stuff. I think someone tried to slip back in for some reason in security, bro. I ain't never seen this fat security. It was this fat security. I ain't never seen him run that fast before in my life. I'm like, bro, you about to bomb rush everybody just to get this dude out of this building. Like, I respect you. I respect you, Booker, man. But goddamn, and the job is not that damn serious. I promise.
Exactly. Like, bro, like I'll just pay $37 and get back in. Then what, nigga?
Then what? Like, bro, relax. Like, I ain't never like, yo, it was literally everybody trying to get out, and all you see is the security guard say, shoot. I'm like, bro, you running like you see, Krispy Kreme donut. Like, bro, relax.
The main event of the show, Samoa Joe versus Eddie Kingston for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. What was the energy like for that match? Because, like, for me, like watching it, I was like, at first, I felt like it was kind of slow. Like I was a little bit out of it, but like it kind of picked up after like that first 5 minutes. But like for you being there, like what was it like?
I was definitely split. Like, you know, me out, everybody was like, you had majority Eddie fans. Like it was like, let's go Eddie, but it was definitely maxed with some with Let's Go Joe chants. Like this man is a heel, but it's just the presence of Samoa Joe is just you're going to feel like it's a fight. And I agree, the opening couple of minutes was a little slow, and it's like it's almost 10 o'clock. Let's pick up the pace, like, and they actually did. Like it was more so Joe like trying to play up the crowd and like keep us hyped down. But the chop fest was something serious to the point where I'm like, bro, you ain't finna chop with Joe. But Eddie Kingston proved me wrong. He like, yo, I'm finna chop this nigga's chest in, and he did. But yeah, the atmosphere was actually pretty, like, it wasn't really a slow moment. The only time it was a slow period a little bit was when they kept going to commercial break, and Justin Roberts kept trying to, like, he was improvising. He was like, hey, here's Bob, the ring inspector. Here's Bob Jr. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like, stuff like that was getting kind of annoying, but nah, when the commercial, luckily, like when the wrestling happened, it didn't feel like it was dragging as much. Like it was just slow. It was a build up for each match, and that main event was right outcome. Like everybody next to me was like, "We all know Joe winning, right? Cool, yeah, okay, cool." And it was we still bit into it, had fun, had a blast, and I believe this is also my second time seeing Joe wrestle live, so it never disappointed.
He tapped out Eddie Kingston in the middle of the ring. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, Eddie, blood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew you was going to lose, but damn, blood, you got to tap out, P. I thought you was better than that, man. I thought you had more heart than that, P. I thought you was, you know what I'm saying, a little bit more, you know what I'm saying, strong-minded. You know what I'm saying? I thought you had it in you. You know what I'm saying? Boss, that's crazy. But anyway.
I thought he was going to pass out, but then I looked at the time. I was like, yeah, they got to take it home.
Yeah. Samoa Joe did the little STF and saluted to John Cena. Cena posted it on his Instagram. Nice little nod. That's the beautiful thing about wrestling, where it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see like the camaraderie between the actual performers and how they feel about each other when they display shit like that. Even like to like the video that they did for Cena and like all the different wrestlers, like, you feel me, with the signs, you feel me, they got the towel, they doing the salute, they doing the you can't see me, all the shit, you feel me, like real heartwarming, real touching shit, you know what I'm saying, in the midst of violence. That's what Samoa Joe is. He is the calm in the middle of the storm, and he prevailed against it.
It's like it's two niggas in the game that get love like that, Sting and John Cena. Cause like, yo, you like it's stuff like Goldberg, like, yo, man, like what's going on with my like retirement show? Like, how come ain't nobody wishing me happy retirement? And it's just like Draymond told that nigga, like, yo, hey, you think you Kobe? They don't love you like that. Told Paul Pierce, like, hey, they don't love you like that, big dog. You ain't getting no tour.
I will say that Tornado tag team match was pretty solid too, between Hangman and Swerve and Ops. And I've listened to Swerve's theme music on TV and in person. It's still ass. Get this shit off the fucking airwaves. Thank you.
We need to go back to the other one. I ain't gonna lie to you, P. But however, they teamed up. Both of these niggas is basically saying this is a one-time only thing. I don't like that nigga. I don't like that nigga. We don't like these niggas. I don't really like you, but it's all good. I respect you. The respect is there. That's really why it feels like, to me, like a real like reincarnation of the two-man power trip. I just need both of these niggas to grab titles and, you know what I'm saying, win the tag straps. You know what I'm talking about? But
yeah, you can lie to me all you want and say like, yo, we're never doing this again. It's a one-time thing. They'll be champions. They'll be tag team champions in 4 months, bro.
We'll see, because right now, as of this moment, both of them have staked their claim. They want a shot at the AEW World Championship. We got Worlds in about 2.5 weeks here. Are we looking at a situation where we might see Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus Swerve in a rematch from Revolution 2024. They already did this the month before Swerve took the title from Hangman, before Swerve took the title from Samoa Joe. But it kind of feels like we're positioning things back in place for Swerve and Hangman to kind of, as you know, both of them want a shot at the title, for them to be at odds. And then it's like, well, who's the one that actually gets the shot at the belt?
I mean, if they do a triple threat again, I'm not gonna be mad at it, because it's not like we've never seen two of the same match twice, at least not within recent memory. Because I know for a fact, the first one that comes to mind is the triple threat at WrestleMania 20 and Backlash the following month. Mm-hmm. Like, they've done, like, no matter the company, they've done that before. If it's movable, doable, go for it.
Yeah.
Now, one sidebar though, I'm gonna need Swerve to relax on the bulking, because my brother was kind of like, brother, you slow down a little bit. Like, I noticed that. I was like, ooh, still good at what he does, but might have to up that cardio some more now that you're fat.
No, and another thing, I don't need him to do the roll through no more. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good. I don't need that.
It's awkward. Like, you doing a roll through into the flatliner. Just do the flatliner.
Exactly. Like, that does that add like an extra, like,
no,
add more pain to it? It's like, yo, I'm like, bro, what is that? What does that add?
Style.
It does nothing.
It adds style for the show, my mama. It adds style points, but other than that, like, it looks cool. But him being like, or like you said, like him bulking so much and him getting so hub and so swole, I think he should eliminate some of those roles, because it is gonna start looking a little awkward. Like, come on, bro. Like, imagine Bobby Lashley like rolling around this bitch. You feel me? Like, yeah, he's an amateur wrestler, but this nigga doing all types of float over brain busters and shit. Like, come on, bro.
That would look funny as hell. Like, I'm trying to see that. I pay to see that.
Anyways,
yeah, Dynamite. Yeah, it was overall, it was a good show.
Question for you: would you pay to see MJF in Violent Night 2 when it comes out?
I didn't even see the first one, so probably not.
Me neither. I ain't gonna lie to you. Me neither. However, MJF has apparently and reportedly been factored into storylines plans for World's End. I think we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago, but he is now, of course, finished filming Violent Night 2. And if his return is imminent, and he is indeed set to come back at World's End, let's ask you guys. I'll start with Ben. Like, where do you see like MJF fitting into the current landscape of AEW? Like, can he jump right into the main event scene and get back into that mix with these guys, or do you think he would go like a mid-card route, or, you know, upper mid-card, get somebody? Like, I'm wondering like what you guys see for him, like upon his return.
Doesn't he still have the contract?
He does.
Ooh.
I mean, he can easily like insert himself into the world title picture just by saying, "Hey,
yeah,
I got next. Bump y'all claim. I got next."
I'd really like to see him do some underhanded stuff and just be like, yeah, I'm gonna wait for Joe to either lose the title and then I'll go for it. And in the meantime, he can get some reps in with like a mid card, non-title, like little rivalry or whatever. And like after that, like kind of like dries up, he kind of like gets his feet underneath him, and then you could have him go like for the AEW World title. But I don't need him to go straight for it, because you got the contract, you got a little bit of time. Like, he could do some fun stuff, because before he, like he left for like that little bit and he was going up against Mark Briscoe, that was a really fun rivalry. Like, that was a really like cool showing for both of them. Like, it showed, okay, well, can MJF still be like the shock jock, like I say anything to get a response, like slimy, like heel character. And he was able to recapture that energy for that rivalry, as well as putting over Mark Briscoe and making him look like a top level babyface. So I think MJF could definitely do that with somebody. You know, you don't always need to rush it, just like build him up for a little bit and then have him go and go back for the world title.
I'm with that. Yeah, I think when he does indeed actually go for the world title, I think he's gonna lose. I think he's gonna fucking lose. And and if I'm if I'm putting my Booker hat on, if I'm Tony Khan and he gives me the pin for a day, I say his first major program, at least coming out of the attempt to win the title. And I don't expect that to take very long after he comes back. I think he's at least challenging by Revolution, if not sometime in like February or whatever. But I think MJF versus Swerve is definitely something that we're going to see. They teased it a couple of times on AEW TV. They've never had a match in AEW. They've wrestled a couple of times in the Indies, but I think that is a program that we're going to see in early 2026. That's just me. Maybe I'll reiterate that when we do like bold predictions and shit like that. But that's what I think we're in for. Swerve and MJF. I think that's going to like spin out of. I think he's going to try to insert himself into the mix with the three of these guys, Samoa Joe, Hangman, and Swerve. I think he's going to insert himself into that, and I think it's going to spin off into MJF and Swerve.
Right.
My thoughts. You feel me? You know,
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but if they don't put the title on, do you think it's a situation of them kind of worried to put the title back on MJF because business kind of slowed down a little bit the last time he was champion? Do you think like they have any reservations, or do you think like they're happy with the spot that they're in right now? They kind of rectified some of those situations because I feel like some of that was them getting the bigger arenas, getting like the bigger like shows, stuff like that, and like having like like the tarps over everything, and it was kind of a bad look for a little while. And now we've seen them kind of downsize, kind of go to smaller arenas, stuff like that. Do you think it's a situation where they're kind of like, we're not trying to mess with the money right now. We in a good place. Things are going good. Shows are going good. We're critically acclaimed right now. Do you think it's something like that, or do you think like they just want him to have a climb back to the world title where he kind of earns it this time?
I think it's the latter. I think they want a little bit of a climb back to the title. I don't know about him earning it. Like I think he's still,
as much as a guy like him can.
Right, yeah, as much as a guy like MJF can. I think he's still gonna be a piece of shit. But I do think it's gonna be a little bit of earning it. I don't think that they're being tepid for not like putting the title on him just because like maybe in some cases or by some metrics he may not have been as successful as a champion as like somebody else like a John Moxley or a Kenny Omega or whatever the case may be, but he had a year-long reign. He's still the longest reigning AEW World Champion, so that counts for something. And I don't think that the company or Tony Khan has really lost faith in him in that regard. I think that they're just looking for the right pieces to the right story to tell for him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense because like I feel like what you're saying with that, because that was kind of what I was leaning towards too. Because if you bring him back and you kind of like put the title on him and he's been gone out of nowhere, yeah, that's a cool like shock for like a little bit, but like what are your long-term plans?
Yeah. That's a good question. Speaking of people's long-term plans, we're going to switch gears here a little bit because there was a conversation being had about Bron Breakker possibly being over pushed and overexposed. Some people are feeling like, hey, they're shoving Bron Breakker down your proverbial throat, Jack Perry. And they're booking him a little bit too strong. It feels like this whole I don't want this person pushed, I want this person pushed. I feel like that is like that shit is like seeping through the whole like IWC right now. I feel like everybody's finding something to complain about that isn't necessarily worth complaining about.
You literally just took all the words out of our mouths at this point, because you literally just said it. They're looking for something to complain about. They are literally begging WWE to push new stars. And when they finally do, they fucking say, no, not that guy, this guy. And the guy that they won't push fucking sucks. Every time.
Every time. Yeah. There's a quote here. Sources indicate to Body Slam. This is Body Slam Plus. Sources indicate that higher ups see Bron Breakker as the next true big star. They believe that Bron Breakker will be a Roman Reigns level type of superstar for the company. Breakker will be the face of the company for years to come. He's also been discussed as the front runner to win the Royal Rumble.
Okay, so I feel like Roman Reigns is like saying like the Roman Reigns like is like a little too high right now. I feel like you could start him off as like young 2005 like Batista. I feel like he's at that level. Like let's not shoot him to the moon right away. Like, let's get him up out of the Earth's atmosphere, let him chill there for a little bit, because he's definitely the guy that you want to push forward. Like the promos that he's cutting, like these are classic Scott Steiner-esque promos. like the shit he be saying, like calling CM Punk crackhead. That shit is funny as hell.
That's like
that shit was
for Monday. Like, what'd you think about that one? Like him calling CM Punk a crackhead and saying like he wants the old CM Punk and all of that shit, the best damn wrestler in the world, or whatever he said, to lace up a pair of boots.
I love it. I love it because it feels authentic to his character. And like I feel like there are some things that could be, taken out, and some things that he could polish up on. Like the 1-2-3 spear. I don't like that. I just felt like it was really cringy. I felt like it didn't need to be there. I feel like someone was in his ear and telling him like, hey, can you fit this in here? Can you put this like 1-2-3 spear in this promo somewhere? And he tried to do it his best way. And I'm gonna Bron break you. I feel like that's another thing. They were like, hey, if you can you put this in here? Can you fit this into the promo somewhere? Because like the other shit that he was doing, I like when he was talking and he would get overwhelmed and he would cut himself off and start like shaking his head. I love that. I love that. Like he's very good at what he does. He's like very moldable right now at this stage. And I just feel like some of the things that they try to push and things like that, because 1-2-3 spear, that's gonna be a t-shirt. I'm gonna Bron break you. That's gonna be a t-shirt. And I know that's what they're setting up for, but it doesn't need to be there. Like you're ruining a good thing before it even gets off the ground.
Facts.
Yeah,
Facts. Him versus CM Punk, first Raw of 2026 on Netflix for the title. So we'll see what happens.
Bro said, I'm gonna take your wife.
Yeah, that was wild. Punk, you gotta do something, bro. Shoot him.
You gotta burn it. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Just go straight for the jugular. Shoot right in the throat. Say it again.
What else can you do, bro? You gotta protect your wife. You gotta protect your family. You gotta protect your peace, bro.
Yeah, pistol whip him real quick and then just shoot him.
This nigga said he gonna take your wife. You already lost Larry, bro. And I'm not even trying to get personal, but I'm just saying, bro. You just lost man's best friend. He trying to take your wife and your title. Then what do you have? Your losing record from the UFC?
Hey, bro.
That's not fun.
That's an interesting point, because it's like, to see like if he does acknowledge that when he comes back, like to say like, yo, I'm already going through a lot, and this nigga gonna talk about like he gonna take my wife too, what type of shit you want, bro? That'd be a very interesting thing, because you already know the promo when he comes back. He's scheduled to be at Saturday night's main event. We might see a promo there. trying to to build that. He might not even say anything on Monday Night Raw. We might get the first shot right here. And if they want to use that time, like to have him on the show and kind of like put forward this match, I'm 100% down with it. I think we should you should use these moments when wrestlers aren't there to set up for the next big thing.
He should definitely come out like he shouldn't do the over the top. He should literally reference his Drew feud. He said, "If I hurt this man off of a bracelet, what do you think I'm going to do to you?" Like that shit we was beefing over a fucking bracelet, and it ended in a bloody hell in a cell. What do you think? You want the old CM Punk? You want the CM Punk who basically went crazy in a dog collar match?
You sure?
You sure?
All right, we gonna see. Let's see. I'm gonna read this comment real quick and we'll close out. Just with Bron Breakker, it's not organic, it's a corporate creation. Trick Williams is an example of an organic star created by the fans. What do you guys think about that?
I wouldn't say it's not organic. I say the machine is behind Bron Breakker.
Very obviously behind him.
But as far as like is his speed and stuff organic? Yes. You can tell with some of his promo where it's organic, and then you can tell where a Bruce Pritchard or somebody who has the script says, "Hey, slip this in there," and it doesn't make a lick of sense. That'd be my only gripe with Bron Breakker. Just keep it organic. Like, stop trying to feed him lines.
It's like when that time Edge was getting a promo and they were like, "Yo, can you say grit?" Like Vince McMahon was like, "Hey, can you say grit in this promo? Like, can you say this right here? Can you say that right here?" I feel like Bron Breakker's his rise has never really truly 100% been organic. I feel like if this makes sense, I feel like there have been organic elements to his rise, because you can see from his first appearance on NXT 2.0, they had a plan for him. There was a clear-cut, definitive plan from the first time he showed up on screen. You knew, hey, this is going to be a guy, if all things work out, barring injury, scandal, outside forces, he's going to be a guy that's going to be pushed to the top one day. And there have been elements in that push that have felt organic, but okay, the machine is behind him. You know that they're putting Miracle Grow and all of these extra chemicals in this organic soil to get him to the next level, to where they want him to be. And it's at the point, it's yo, are you going to put out something that's that people want to see, or are you going to get to the point where you push him too hard and you get a backlash? We are yet to see that, but I think he's not 100% organic, but I feel like there are little elements here and there that feel okay, yeah, that was cool.
Oh yeah,
I feel you. We'll see. I don't know, man. He's got a bright future ahead of him, regardless. So, excited for his future. But yeah, I do agree with you, Ben. There are some elements that it's okay, we can see y'all doing a little bit much.
Yeah, anybody who says he's overpushed aren't genuine with it, so I ignore him.
Question for you guys. Did either of you see this little back and forth spat between Dax Harwood and Matt Hardy?
Nope.
Nigga, they beefing?
They beefing? Yeah, that's crazy.
What?
Matt Hardy had through some medium, I think it was on his podcast, he had said that he wants for TNA, with this new deal that they have with AMC, to focus on more on storylines and building proper characters to, of course, grow the audience, and not worry so much about trying to build and create situations to have 5-star matches.
This nigga said, put the beats up, bro. Don't worry about the lyrics, bro. We figure that shit out later, nigga. I need a beat, right?
He wants to be sports entertainment.
Like, come on, bro. Nigga said, hey, let's
Is
forget
it
about
bad
the
that
5.
at this point I'm not surprised that these people who came up under Vince McMahon in some way, shape, or form are saying this?
Nigga, this shit sound like some Bubba Ray Dudley shit too, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Somewhere through that conversation, he had mentioned something allegedly that Dave Meltzer's like a moron or something like that, right? And Dax Harwood decided to post a tweet saying, where is it here? Here we go. I think calling Dave a moron is insane. He's probably wrestling's most accurate historian. While I may not agree with some of his star ratings, that doesn't mean he's wrong. That means he has a different opinion than what I do, which is absolutely okay. Then he goes on to say, I think in wrestling, the older you get, the more you complain about 5-star matches. I also think the older you get, the more you secretly wish you had 5-star matches. Star match even is. So
Ain't no way.
That was the shot that he sent No Cash Wheeler.
He said, hey, bro, it ain't 2000. He said it ain't 2002 no more, nigga. Matt Hardy responded?
Gresh, I will correct you. He didn't say that to Matt Hardy. He said that to the air. Matt Hardy responded, quote tweet. Matt Hardy said, as a play and being petty on what Dax said, well, I think on Twitter, if you're going to decide to moan about somebody's take, you should at them, Dax, FTR. I also think the older I get, the less I give a fuck about somebody on the internet thinks with a 5-star.
Oh!
What I care about is our matches drawn at the box office and how people feel. I enjoy FTR's work ethic and talent. I also think AEW emphasizes matches more than story, character, emotional investment, and it makes it challenging to grow your audience from a niche core, which is my opinion. I want AEW to succeed. It's good for the industry. I love and enjoy great matches that get me emotionally invested. I don't secretly wish I had 5-star matches. Whatever a 5-star match is. Who's wrong? Who's right? Who gives a fuck? As long as wrestling. Your words.
Hey. He said, Matt Facts, you a bitch ass nigga.
Facts.
So basically, Matt Hardy just jumped to conclusion and just went on a tirade.
Nigga, that was definitely a shot at him, but he got rage baited into responding.
And I will close with this and give it back to you guys. Again, Dax does not respond directly to Matt Hardy, but he posts, oh well, and a bunch of photos of 5-star matches, FTR and the Young Bucks, FTR and the Briscoes at a Supercard of Honor, FTR and the Briscoes at Death Before Dishonor, FTR versus Aussie Open at Royal Quest, FTR versus the Briscoes, the Dog Collar match, FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson on Collision, FTR versus Brodito at Full Gear. And he leaves it at that.
Tell me online, Matt Hardy, you never had a 5-star match?
I do not know, brother. That is not my expertise. Somebody, man, go ahead, pull it up. Matt Hardy's 5-star matches. Hit the Google machine and let's see what we got. But that was the back and forth Twitter beef. That was your, you feel me, your wrestling heat for the week. You know what I'm talking about?
These old heads are clashing.
Bro, I'm telling you. Yeah, they was ready to crash out, bro, over 5-star matches or story. Which one is better? I will say this though. While I do enjoy the way that WWE puts together some of their stories and storylines and how the characters you can get emotionally invested in the characters, especially what they were doing with the Bloodline and some of the earlier stuff, or at least the middle, what they were doing with like Judgment Day, right? But what AEW does when they prioritize matches over your perceived story, they tell their story, but then those matches create stakes, and those stakes make those matches feel like real competition Some of the shit that these niggas do over at WWE is like 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do this spot. Let's do this spot. Play to the crowd. Do your shit. Your little signature jaunts, the 5 moves or your 6 moves or whatever the fuck you got that people usually come to see, or whatever you want to sell to the people as your whatever, you know what I'm saying, your Rolodex, you know what I'm saying, your move set, and then they go home. But I feel like for the most part, the AEW matches do feel like they have a little bit more competition to them than just placating to the audience. Personal opinion.
It's not even a personal opinion. That's an actual fact of how they structure most of their matches. Literally last night, that's how they structured most of their matches. Like you wouldn't have, you didn't see a squash match last night on Dynamite. Like everybody had competition. Like everybody had a fighting chance.
Yeah.
And you don't really see, and it's like, and I'm not saying you don't see competitive matches in NXT or Evolve. I don't watch Evolve, but I'm told that they have competitive matches over there too.
So stuff. If you got the time to watch it, yeah, there's some pretty good matches going on.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's competitive matches across the board. However, you do need some sense of reason for people to tune into your show. So, hey.
I feel like you can do both. Like I feel like you can have a show where you have a good amount of like matches that are interesting, as well as having the storylines. The way AEW kind of deals it in with storylines, like Swerve and Kyle O'Reilly can have a 5-star match, and like it's revisited like in a few weeks as as something else. Like they developed that match into a story. Maybe somebody was running their mouth backstage saying like, "Yo, I'm better than this nigga." And then they're like, "Yo, we'll have another match to determine like, yo, who's really the best." And they kind of like spin that off into a kind of like a medium term like rivalry. I think AEW has a different formula for how they take these things and they put them into matches. Like there's definitely feels like AEW tries to uh like have a little bit more of the sports element to it, more of like a competition element to it. And WWE, they have a competition element to it when they feel like it, but it feels like Triple H said it himself. We're booking stories. We're not worried about the match. This is why you have both companies. Like you can go to one if you don't like the other. This is why it's important to have different styles, because if one is copying the other, there's no need to watch both. Like I feel like some like AEW's like over the years they've used it as a tagline, we're the alternative, but I feel like they've really honed in on being the alternative and not falling into traps anymore of like, okay, well, we got to bring back this guy, we gotta have this nostalgia act. Like there's definitely like nostalgia act still there, but it's not as prevalent as it used to be. I feel like they're falling more into what they feel they're comfortable with because they know their style, they know who they want to push towards, and that's great. And as far as like TNA is for a long time, it feels like they've been pushing stories over matches for like a few years. It feels like they've been kind of like adopted that style. Like they have good matches. Yeah, they definitely do have good matches, but it feels like that's not what they're trying to do. And that used to be the heart and soul of TNA.
To close us out, no 5-star matches for Matt Hardy or the Hardy Boys.
Damn, nigga,
None.
Sorry. Oh, no. Jeff got any 5-star matches? Maybe he can like borrow one and be like, "Yo,
I'm not looking that up."
Dax said your chain fake.
Like, yo, nigga, borrow this nigga, like, yeah, like, borrow this nigga 5-star match flash at one time. Be like, yo.
See what happens. We got Saturday night's main event coming up. John Cena's final match. This nigga's really finna hang it up. This nigga is really retiring, bro. John Cena has been all over the news cycle. John Cena been on every podcast. John Cena been on every fucking like he been everywhere, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't seen this nigga do everything this week and last week. It's like an overload of some nigga I can't even really see. It's crazy. It's wild. But we've got Saturday night's main event this weekend. I believe it's in Washington, D.C., right? We've got
it's in Washington.
Yeah, man. The
Trying to turn my nigga's show into a MAGA rally.
Aren't we so excited? Oh my god. This is just goody gumdrops.
My goat.
Let's get into it though. Saturday night's main event this upcoming weekend. It is this Saturday, as we have talked about over the last couple of weeks. We've got the Last Time Is Now tournament in the books. We're also going to get NXT exhibition matches with main roster performers. So let's go ahead and jump right into it, because this is a big one, and your new NXT champion Oba Femi will face off against the American Nightmare, the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes. There is a tag team match with the World Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. They will face off against the young the YNs, you feel me? Von Evans and Leon Slater. And then we've got Bayley facing off against Sol Ruka. And of course, the match that everybody has been waiting to see, the moment that we've all been waiting for and also dreading, but also really excited for, because John Cena's final match will be against Gunther, the Ring General, this upcoming Saturday. I have a question for you guys, and we'll break it down. We'll get into the conversation here. Outside of John Cena, which of these matches are you anticipating the most, and why? Gresh, let's throw it to you first.
AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the YN Bruvs are definitely the ones I'm looking forward to, because I know that match will go crazy. On second, Oba and Cody. Those are the two matches for me.
Yeah, that Oba and Cody. Like, I'm sorry, Oba, like, gotta put Cody in the dirt. Like, I feel like that would be the best use of this match in setting him up. And like, there's no shame in like Oba losing, but there's also no shame in Cody losing either, and kind of like doing the work of like helping to push Oba. You got him on a national, like show like this, where he's going to be viewed the most that he's ever been viewed before. And you could showcase him and say, like, okay, this dude really dangerous. And that's why I really like them going with this kind of style, because first of all, like, they call it up all niggas like for these matches, like Sol Ruka, the YN Bros and the Obas, like, yo, it's melanin everywhere. But yeah, like Oba, I feel like he has to have at least, like, if he doesn't win, Cody has to win by like the skin of his teeth, and it has to be a very dominant showing from Oba.
I agree with that. That's definitely something that I'm looking forward to, how they play that out and how exactly that match goes. If there's like some Drew McIntyre involvement that maybe costs Cody the match, or, you know, because he's still suspended, but, you know what I'm saying, anybody could still get in the building, you know what I'm saying, he might got a ticket, you know what I'm saying, and a MAGA hat, you know what I'm talking about. But for me, I am looking forward to Bayley versus Sol Ruka. I think Sol Ruka's progress and just how fast it felt like she picked things up, and how like fast she was able to create a connection with the audience, I think that's really special. And I think this is an opportunity for her to really be able to showcase that, just like Oba is going to have an opportunity to showcase what he's going to be able to do in his strength and all those power moves and throwing Cody around, you know what I'm saying, this way, that way from Sunday. And then the YNs is finna go crazy. I know AJ and Dragon Lee finna bump for them. They finna have some type of crazy spot cooked up that's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, having social media tripping. But I think Sol Ruka and Bayley are gonna have a really, really good match. And with what Bayley has been doing with women's wrestling and training with all like these up and coming prospects and giving people, you know, so many opportunities, I think this is an opportunity for her to continue to showcase why she is, you know, who she is, why the company looks at her like the new Natty in a sense. And, you know, maybe hopefully they do something more or better with her, you know what I'm saying, in the near future. But for now, I think Bailey in this role is really dope, and I'm really excited to see it. You know what I'm saying? She homegrown. You feel me? She from the Yay. So of course I'm always gonna rep for Bailey. But that, that's definitely what I'm looking for. So when it comes to that show, I think that's gonna be a really dope one. But we've got what everybody is, really anticipating is this Gunther and John Cena match. They're from the start of it, it felt like, okay, Gunther is pretty much a lock as John Cena's final opponent. And we kind of went through the ebbs and flows of the tournament and trying to fantasy book our way out of it. But no, what is, and this is where we are. Some mixed reaction, it feels like, in the last couple of days for Gunther versus John Cena. I know Cena's dad feels like it could be somebody else. A lot of people are saying maybe he doesn't need it. Ben, what are you thinking about this? Like, what kind of feels like a bit of the same thing with the Bron Breakker thing, like this Gunther hate train. Like, why are we pushing this guy this way at this time?
I'm going to say it right now. I said it before. I'll say it again. The people crave slop. They want slop. They say all the time, give us the 5-star matches. Give us the, push the guys, give them these spots and like get them to a different level. And now, granted, you could have put Carmelo Hayes in the spot, and I think that would have probably been the best use of anybody in the tournament. But if you're gonna give it to Gunther, I'm not mad at that either. I've seen people saying like, oh, well, he beat Goldberg. Why does he get to beat Cena too? Why not? Because just a few months ago, not even a few months ago, just like back at WrestleMania, people were like, oh, I would love to see John Cena go up against Gunther for the world title at WrestleMania. And like you guys wanted it back then. John Cena's father even said that he wanted Gunther to retire John Cena, and now it's something different when we get to the end. I've seen people saying it should be Edge, it should be Randy Orton, it should be this guy, it should be this guy, nostalgia matches. That doesn't do anything for anybody. And one day we will have a conversation about what this whole retirement tour did and like what like the good and the bad, and give our overall take on it. But as of right now, the point that we're at right now, I think this is the best outcome, barring like Carmelo Hayes, obviously, like I said like a minute ago. There is nothing wrong with this. I don't know why people are turning on Gunther. I don't know what it is. And he's come out and he said it. He's like, I love it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is how I get paid. You're supposed to hate me. He doesn't have a problem with it. And you're not supposed to love the heels or whatever. That's not the point of wrestling and everything like that. But as far as like people legitimately complaining and saying like, "Oh, we don't want Gunther. It should be this person. It should be that person." Like, nigga, y'all be doing the yeet and be doing a dance when Jey Uso starts the entrance. I don't hear nothing you niggas got to say. The people want slop.
They wanted to be LA Knight, but then okay, say you got your choice, and he lost. Then what?
Then what? Yeah.
Y'all gonna bitch some more? Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
Does Cena lose, or does he win his last match?
I think he got to lose. I think he would put it on there. He would lose too, because there's already been so much damage done to Gunther over the last year. Like with him tapping out to Jey Uso and them putting him in the match with Pat McAfee. I feel like y'all he's playing with him. And he's rebounded like when he got the world title back and he had that match with CM Punk. Like, he's definitely rebounded, come back, run through the tournament and everything like that. But I don't think that if you want to keep Gunther a legitimate like star in people's eyes, he has to win. Yeah, he retired Goldberg. That's not really saying much. This nigga was on his last leg anyway, literally. That's not really saying a whole lot. You retiring the GOAT, I feel like that washes away some of the, some of the damage that was put on there. And I think like John Cena would be willing to do the honors for Gunther. And I see people say, what would it do for Gunther? What would it do for Gunther? It would kind of like dig him out of the hole that he's in people's eyes.
What would it do for Gunther if he loses? Because John Cena's going away. He's not going to get that win back if he loses.
Facts. And that, I think, is the important piece of it. Gunther is going to clock in the next day. Cena has already said, I've signed a new deal with the WWE. As of December 14th, I am an ambassador, no longer an in-ring performer. That all switches. That all changes. You know what I'm saying? I had to listen to an hour and a half, damn near 2 hours worth of John Cena content to pull that much from it. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you.
I have yet to listen to any of it because I already know he's gonna sound like a robot.
Please, you don't.
I get the clips because I feel like John Cena is a very, like, with his interviews, he's very wash, rinse, repeat. If you've heard one John Cena interview, you kind of heard them all. Like there's sometimes where you can where he gets tripped up and he says some funny shit or he says something interesting, but for the most part, they're kind of like similar. Unless that nigga talking about Peacemaker, then they're completely different. But as far as like his wrestling interviews and stuff like that, they're very kind of one dimensional, one tone. But
he's definitely been trained for the PG era, and it just never went away.
Super media trained. Question for you to close us out on Saturday night's main event and John Cena. Where do you have John Cena ranked? As far as what is his GOAT status? Where do you have him ranked amongst the people that you think are the best that we've seen in the industry?
Unbiased, setting aside my favorites, I grown enough to know my favorite might not be the best. I would put him. I put him a solid 3. I put him behind, and this might be controversial. I put him behind Sting and Stone Cold.
Are you saying would that be your top 5 or something like that? Are you saying?
That'd be my top 3. I gotta figure out the other 2. Those status, I'd put him a strong number 3. As to WWE specifically, if you had to say his run in WWE and what he means to WWE, you can make an argument that he is number 1 because of his time on top and how long he was at the top of the card. As far as Stone Cold, I love Stone Cold and what he did in the numbers that he did and everything like that. Stone Cold's run at the top was not as long as Hulk Hogan or John Cena. So really, when it comes to the top 2, as much as I don't want to give this nigga Hulk Hogan nothing, it's really as far from the WWE standpoint, it's a battle between Hulk Hogan and John Cena as far as who's getting that top spot and who is really the man when it comes to that. Because you can say you can make an argument for really both. And historically speaking, money wise, ratings wise, you wouldn't be wrong for picking either one. So I feel if you asking me as far from wrestling as a whole, I have him number 3. WWE, I would say he's definitely in the argument for top spot.
Got you. Gresh, I'm not necessarily asking for your top 5 per se, but as far as do you see him as one of the GOATs? Do you see him as maybe just a legend? Do you see him as just...
I misunderstood.
No, you're good. You're good. No, you're good. You're good.
No, if I see him, honestly, I see him as a legend. I don't see him as the GOAT. I don't see him as the greatest of all time. That's corporate propaganda to me, but it's not. That's something that'll make me upset because I understand that he practically raised a generation. I kind of came up on the tail end of The Rock and Austin and Eddie Guerrero and all these people who I kind of missed Eddie Guerrero's prime because I was kind of tapped out of wrestling in general. I didn't really tap back in until after Eddie died. So it's but then looking in retrospect, I've considered him and and Stone Cold and The Rock as some of the greatest entertainer wrestlers of all time. And then as John Cena evolved, because I was watching this man in real time from 2005, 2006, all the way until recent. And I'm like, yeah, there were times where I'm like, yo, this nigga's kind of ass. Like, let's get him off my TV. But that was just me being just like, yo, I feel like this person should have got pushed. And that was me being a kid. But as I got older, I pretty much understood the business. I'm like, yo, I understand why he's where he's at.
You were definitely right, because that 2009, 2010 period was really rough. It was really hard to get through. And I was a John Cena kid. I had like the posters, I had all the shit. I had one of the John Cena shirts. Like I wear it, like I stopped wearing it out in public. I was disappointed. I was like, bro, what are we really doing?
And that falls on the booking.
Really doing?
That honestly falls on the booking and the company going corporate / PG, like they're trying to appease the kids. And I was a kid from going to a kid to a teenager to like high school. So of course they weren't geared to me. And instead of me forcing myself to get bitter about it, I just went on with my life and started diving into other things that was not wrestling. And then if you look back at that time, 2009, 2010, we either had John Cena, Super Cena, or whatever the fuck they were doing in TNA. Like we were kind of fucked regardless. I didn't really watch ROH. So
I didn't know ROH existed until I like saw it on one of the channels like on Converter Box, whatever, when I was at my aunt's house. I was like, yo, what is this? But I had a question for you. How much of like that 2009 like shitty run, 2010, those like kind of lulls in John Cena's career, do you feel like can be kind of like put on him? Because John Cena, as we know, is the kind of guy where he was not rocking the boat. The lines you gave him, what was written on paper is what he said. He never really put his foot down. He was always a guy like the perfect soldier or whatever. How much of that do you feel like that those blemishes on his legacy? How much of that do you feel like is his fault and that he should have spoken up? Do you feel like any of that is his fault?
Oh, it's definitely some of his fault because he could have easily said, "No, this sounds stupid," and I'm pretty sure Vince would be like, "Okay, we won't do it," because he was at that point where he was practically untouchable. So it's like I feel like he could have easily said, "No, I'm not doing this because it's dumb." But overall, and then in recent memory, like literally with those interviews, those snippets I've been seeing, he ain't nothing changed. He's still a yes man. No, the bosses may have changed, but he's still the same.
He definitely mentioned in one of those interviews, now that you mentioned it, like he's definitely said, like he's gone and said, "Hey, I understand why you want me to do this. It doesn't make sense to me. Let's do it this way," type thing. But I feel like with him, those situations and those instances are like few and far in between. Like for the most part, 99% of the time, 6 out of 7 days of the week, he's gonna be like, "Cool, this is what we're doing. All right, bet." And even to like speak to like the WWE Unreal thing, he confirmed, like, yeah, that's exactly how that shit went. They all had the conversation. They planned this shit out. They presented it to me because I'm the easiest person to bring these things to. And it was like, cool, if that's the wave that we on, let me go ahead and get my surfboard.
Yeah, because like you said, like even now it's still going on with this retirement tour, because in his interview with Chris Van Vliet, he was like, yeah, they just wanted me to do like the heel turn to have a viral moment because they wanted the Elimination Chamber to have something big go on. So it was really manufactured just to get that shot.
Yeah.
And Graham, I want to ask your feelings on that. Do you feel like them having no plan for like some of feels like large chunks of his retirement tour? How much, like, same question that I posed to Gresh, but in this term, how much of that do you feel like falls on John Cena?
For the way that this heel turn is gone, or did
No,
go?
the way that the retirement tour has gone as a whole, because it's had highs, but it's definitely had lows.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, shit. He said that this was like 3 years in the making. you had so much time to really string this together the way that, like, it could have come off a lot more put together, because as soon as you lost the element of The Rock, it felt like, all right, we're scrambling now, and like nobody in this situation is Randall Cunningham. We all just trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and if The Rock's out, like, we got a pivot. And I feel like the pivot that they did, it took a little bit too long to come around, and when it finally did come around, it was time to move the fuck on. And like, he kind of said, like, that's pretty much what we did. So I would say it's a 50-50 thing. It's John Cena and it's on the company, because they decided to go this way, and when shit like went left based off of the efforts that they were making and the decisions that they made as far as how this farewell tour was going to go, I feel like the effort once shit went left was lackluster. I'm going to ask this to be your last John Cena question.
I don't got nothing else. I don't got nothing else. I'm muting myself. I don't got nothing else. That was a good answer. Good answer.
But no, for the most part though, I have enjoyed the time of what this farewell tour has been, just because if I'm being realistic, the booking to me doesn't really matter. This is the final year that I'm gonna be able to see John Cena as a performer. I'm glad that I got to see him do some dope shit along the way. And, like, how much of this is actually going to be, like, remembered in the grand scheme of things? It's going to feel like some of those lulls, maybe, that we're talking about 2009, 2008, 2010, where he wasn't hitting as, hard as, as some points of his career. But for the most part, A1, man, job well done.
It's all about how they close. Yeah. That final shot is all on them.
Yeah, to echo what you guys have said, this definitely, the retirement tour to me encapsulates his career. Of like, there's some good moments, there's some shitty moments, but you just got to ride the wave.
Oh yeah, don't make it your personality to hate the man. It is what it is.
Oh, God, man. What else do we have on our list here of things that we're going to talk about? We talked about LA Knight. We talked about Bron Breakker. Matt and Dax and stupid shit. Masked Man, I don't know who it is. It's somebody, and it's gonna be somebody.
Like, the reports gone out. Like, they have been. And I wish I could remember the site who put the report out, but it's been multiple people under the mask. Like, there hasn't been just one. A lot of people speculated that Montez Ford has been one of the masked to step in as the masked man or whatever. And to be honest with you, I'm not mad if they do add Montez Ford in. I feel like they would have to do like a good portion of explaining. Paul Heyman has always been very high on the Street Profits, so being able to get him into the group, I feel like he would be well taken care of. But the writing would have to be good. The whole thing about the Masked Man, the problem that I have is how long are they going to keep running this? Because if you keep running this for a good portion of time, no one's going to care when he is unmasked.
I say the first Raw. I feel like he's going to play an outcome on the Punk versus Breakker match and then get unmasked. Like, it shouldn't go past that, to me personally.
Yeah. I'm just like, go ahead. You go ahead. Oh, okay, me? Okay. Yeah, like I just think like at a certain point with this type of stuff, like they'll have like lightning in a bottle, or lightning in a bottle is too strong a word. They'll have something cooking and they'll leave that shit on the stove so long, all the water then evaporated out of the pot. The smoke detectors going off, and you're left with nothing, because Triple H is addicted to extra long term storylines. Like, nigga, I say long term booking, but like, damn, this nigga like lives that shit. Like, bro, like I feel like they try to like make more out of it than is actually there. instead of striking while the iron is hot. And I feel like what you said, Gresh. Like I feel like if you're like the farthest this should go out is that match with Punk and Braun, and where he could be revealed. But I think in no terms that it should go past that to the Royal Rumble or anything else like that. Like, yo, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, because after that opening match, you have 4 weeks until the Rumble. Too long.
Yeah. This should be the first Raw of 2026 for the reveal. I don't know who it is. You can put anybody up under that mask for the next 2.5, 3 weeks. I'm not finna fall into this fucking trap of trying to fantasy book somebody that I want to be in that spot. Whoever y'all put in that motherfucking spot, whoever's under the mask when it's time to, you feel me, snatch it off and do the big whoop reveal, it better be fucking good. That's all.
Make it make sense. It's your job to make it make sense. It's not my job to fantasy book on your behalf or none of that shit. It's your job to make it make sense and to make me give a fuck. Because hey, I'm one guy who tries to give y'all the benefit of the doubt, but after a while, I just stop giving a fuck.
It gets hard.
I'm grown, man. At this point, I'm aging. Like I'm not the kid. I don't do the whole, oh my god, let's keep up alive. Let's keep it strong, guys. I don't give a fuck.
No,
come on.
No. We ain't doing none of that, man. We ain't doing none of that. And I will tell you this. This show will no longer be airing on Twitter come 2026. You will catch this exclusively on YouTube and possibly Twitch. We'll talk about it. But as you know now, so I'm telling you, in 2 weeks or at the top of the year when we, get to, really get into it, you ain't gonna see this on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, until there's a pay-per-view, a post show, or something like that. And that's when we'll pop in. You can fuck around with your fellas. But until then, Public Enemies HQ across the board. Make sure you follow, subscribe, all the shit. I am Oh My God Graham. It's been great. Shout out to Jizzle. Shout out to Cool Joe. We'll see you niggas in a minute. You feel me? But hey, that's all I got to say, man. Ben, let them know.
Hey, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok @_SNME_. RIP Sheen, nigga.
Yeah, Jeff Garcia, rest in peace, my guy.
Oh, and Doug Dimmadome.
Yeah, man. Damn, two.
He did both voices?
No. Another actor for Doug Dimmadome passed too. Just mute yourself.
Dimsdale Dimmadome, that one.
Niggas is dying, you know what I'm saying, in the voiceover world. The fuck?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Well.
Hey, man. But yeah, you can follow me at is Gresh, AO is Gresh, everywhere else. Gresh Unleashed Pod, the finale is Tuesday, and then we will see y'all in 2026 on that front. And same deal over there. YouTube. Tune in. No Twitter, because y'all don't be watching for real. And yeah. New home for it as well. YouTube.com/@isgresh. That will be the home of Gresh Unleashed Pod in 2026 going forward. So that being said, bow. Hope you guys enjoyed everything we brought to the table, the conversation, all that good shit. I'm about to call you Jizzle. We miss you, Jizzle. Graham, take us home.
Man, till next week. Enjoy your time with your family. Happy holidays. Keep shit going. You feel me? We gonna holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying? In a couple of days. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talk about John Cena is fucking retiring. I'm tripped out. You feel me? Over it. But it is what it is. You feel me? But until the next time we holler, take care of yourselves and each other. Y'all be easy. Deuces.
Peace.